your ability to stop the run hasn't quite been quite as effective the last couple of games. Is there anything you can put a finger on other than the absence of Milton, or is there something that needs to be kind of shored up, or?
I would say the thing that needs to be shored up is probably the technique a lot, right? The detailed technique fundamentals. Got a little leaky there this past game, but nothing that we're anything worried about can't get fixed. But heavy technique, I would say.
What impresses you about the Giants' offense? And did you have to prepare for both quarterbacks, and now that you know, you kind of set in?
I mean, I had a feel it was going to be
Nice.
Jaxson. We Dart. Yeah, we definitely anticipated that. They do a good job. As far as Tim Kelly now being the offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
And you can see his imprint on it, and obviously the last 2 games with him as offensive coordinator putting together a game plan, they've done a great job against the Packers and the Lions. I'll say one thing Tim does a great job of is, he'll go back and find explosive plays against the defense. I wouldn't be shocked if he's looking at some of the Houston stuff when we were in Tennessee, plays that have hurt us in the past this season. They do a good job of, mixing up the tempo, the up-tempo stuff, the empty stuff. So they do a good job of balancing out the playbook where they're not just in one set the whole time, and it kind of puts you in some conflict.
What impresses you about Dart?
Yeah, he's a great player. I mean, one, he has the will to win for all 60 minutes. I mean, he plays the whole game. As no matter what the situation is, whether it be down or up, he's playing to win the game. He's the ultimate competitor, I would say. You can see that on film. Obviously, he's taking those hits. I think that's the competitiveness in him. But accurate, elusive, great scrambler, keeps his eyes downfield. But he's got a lot of good qualities.
Might you need to spy him?
Well,
Is he fall into that category?
Well, you got to see how the game kind of goes. You'd like for your front to have good coordinated rush lanes, where you don't just have to attribute a guy to him like that. But we do every week, we just got to be able to adjust depending on what happens throughout the game.
I know you have some guys banged up, your pass rushers. Is there a way you can find a way to generate more of a pass rush outside of blitzing, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, there's always ways to try to free some guys up, but again, I think continually working on the technique and just those guys truly getting better each week. You can't just say, oh, well, they're not winning, so we're just gonna wholesale change off of that. I mean, the guys got to continue to improve throughout the year, week to week.
Zach, I'm sorry if someone's asked you this question before, but I'm curious, what do you see from the New York run game?
Yeah.
That a couple of guys in the locker room today noted the fact that they're number one in the league when it comes to rushing attempts.
That's right.
And Coach McMillan was just talking about volume.
Yeah.
What stands out for you about that group and the way they move the ball on the ground?
I was just telling Karen, I think Tim Kelly does a good job with the run game, him and Carm, as far as finding plays that have hurt the teams in the past. Right, looking at pass plays, some explosive runs that maybe hit the defense in the past. Whether it be back from, his time in Houston, when we were in Tennessee, a good amount of us were in Tennessee, and then even just this year, and finding different ways to get guys out of gaps, moving pieces, whether it be post snap or pre snap with the tight ends or the receivers, and trying to get some eye candy with you post snap. Whether it be misdirection runs, or get you looking one way at, pull her this way, but ball goes out this way.
I had a chance to talk to Tommy DeVito in the locker room just about working as the scout team quarterback, and he's in a unique position because he was over there a few months ago, and literally he knows guys like Jaxson and a lot of the guys in the offensive side. About what kind of a resource has he been for you in the week leading up to this game, the days leading up to this game?
Yeah, I mean, Tommy's been good, and I was there last year as well, so Tommy's been helpful, but also just with the looks on the field, he's been helpful. But he's helpful every week. He does a great job every week.
How do you factor in the coaching change? And, you know, when you look at them offensively, do you guys spend a lot on what they've been doing? Or do you try to, like you said, kind of figure who's there now, call them plays?
Yeah, I mean, Cap's been calling the plays this year. He's done a great job of that. And like I said, with Tim being the OC now, you can see his imprint on as far as the game plan that he's setting up. And like I said earlier, just with, you know, they do a good job of going up tempo, whether it be that or empty, or you know, some of the scheme beers I might have seen against this system in the past, and we just got to be highly aware of that. They do a great job of game planning week to week, so it might not be we might never, you know, practice the play that they've shown on tape, or we just got to be prepared. We got to be good with our own rules and make sure we're locked in with the communication and execute.
Is there much carryover from when you were there to now, from what you've seen on film?
Yeah. There's a little bit of some, but you can definitely see some change from when I was there to this year. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Good.
Thank you.
All right. Appreciate it. Thank you so much.